hit the record button? All right, no, I did. All right.
All right, bro.
But nah, man. I mean, so hold on. Right. No, so so let me ask you this. Okay, so you got a chance to try the game, right? Like, even though it was like behind the scenes.
Heroes. Hey, I tried both new heroes, Bellica and Steel.
Okay.
So both felt good. Same kits as Paragon.
Well, let's just go like hella basic. Like, did you try Predecessor the last time?
Yeah. I played the whole weekend. I had a blast. It was a lot of fun, fast paced. I missed it when it went. I was waiting for it to come back.
Were you able to tell like noticeable differences this time around?
Nah, not as far as like gameplay went. Just 100%. It was just items.
Yeah, and that's something that, because I got to test. Even though I didn't get to test with you guys, I've gotten to test the items like like a month ago or some shit like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I like it's definitely one of those things that whenever I look at it on paper, because I pulled up the patch notes over here, right? And and I read off the list, like, river buffs changed, jungle change, or prime change, fangtooth change, item system change, heroes change, map modifications, and heads up display updates. Like, when you look at that list, you're like, God damn. You feel me? Like,
nice. Overall, very nice on the HUD.
Okay.
But I think the matches were too one-sided to feel any differences from the fangtooth and like the prime.
You mean like skill level wise, or?
Yeah. My team was crushing it every time. It was,
damn,
30
bro,
kills up.
You already stacking on a closeout, bro.
Dude, it was all random. All they needed was me.
Bro, I watched the match. I was like, Britick and Sneaks on the same team. I was like, how's that fair? Like, I'm looking at the other names. I was like, bro.
Mid game 3, he's like, you gotta separate us. And then
yeah, for real.
Like, it wasn't picked. It was all random.
Man.
We all just queued up randomly.
So
even though I got the one more game that's not published. Yeah.
Oh, go to Sneak Center to watch that. But no, so let me ask you. Okay, so you, unlike a lot of people, you've been able to test at different stages of the game. Being involved behind the scenes, being a content creator and stuff like that. So, first of all, I'm curious to ask you, how do you think they're handling the content creator side as a company? Like, what is it like? What's doing it? Yeah, like your experience.
Yeah, this was actually my first experience into the development of it, which is awesome. And they seem to be handling very well. They're not. I seen what they posted to you early in the closed content. How they don't want to have any bias or anything like that. So I think they're handling really well. They just want us to
I was
be
actually
honest.
very amazed at that. Like, like that. For those of you that don't know, that's just a conversation that happened behind closed doors, where I brought up the fact that I'm like, okay, so how's it gonna work? Like, are you guys gonna have like partners like some of these other companies have? Are you gonna have like the whitelisted streamers like Paragon had? Like what's going on? What's a 411? How do we get involved in whatever's happening? And I mean, they basically just said, like, we're not showing favoritism. We're just playing our cards as they go. We're going to treat everybody equally, which a lot of you saw on the announcements. They actually put like, hey, if you guys want to request keys to give away, just fill out the form. We'll see how it goes.
A lot of people got a lot from that. Everyone have keys to give away.
Right, and it's actually kind of smart for them. They get to kind of like widen the variety of content creators and analyze more than the known ones. You feel me?
Yeah.
And then at the same time, for content creators, it's almost like we got to prove ourselves. Because I mean, let's be real, homie. How many content creators that could make a difference? Could be like, yo, the shit. But then it's like, let's just say they're not up to their own bar. You get me?
Yeah, not many.
That's what I'm saying. You get me? Like too many potentials, and then it's like, yo, so we're not just gonna pick the names that we already know, because quite frankly, who's to say those individuals are the ones that are gonna still be like pushing hard for this game a month from now?
I think we should like go over and get some keys to players on Smite.
Bro,
Smite streamers,
dude, that would be
right?
fucking huge, bro.
Right?
Oh my
I'll
god,
drop
yo.
some keys.
But that's the thing, like, so on the content creator side, they might be opening the doors for content creators, but I'm not 100% sure. I mean, at least I haven't seen anything. Like, you just brought up a great idea, and that goes for any of these remakes.
I'm gonna sneak over there and give them some keys to, like, you know, Smite streamer with 50 viewers, 100 viewers. Be like, hey, this is a new game, and close out
50, 100. He's like, hey, yo, we can just gift the sub and be like, yo, check your DMs. You got a key for a game. You're welcome. You're welcome this weekend. I mean, because it's kind of like what Paragon tried to do. Just go after the Smite crowd because it's the more likely game that people can relate with. You feel me?
Easy transition.
It's going to be hard as shit for those top-down people to get it more than Smite players. But now,
you got the MOBA experience.
I mean, yeah, but we all know how that resonates whenever it comes to aiming and shit, bro. Be like, yo, I got 10 years of League experience. I'm like, bro, listen carefully when I ask you this. How long you been playing this game?
It sucks to go back to League and come back to Paragon.
Oh, it's rough, bro.
It throws my hands all off.
So how about this? Speaking of the items, do you think that the variety was helpful? Or do you think that the choice in items that they added was needed?
Yeah, I think it was definitely something that was lacking in the first alpha, second alpha.
Yeah, they only had like 20 items before.
And they don't have enough heroes to like balance or anything like that. So bringing items in kind of gives you that balance of what to build against what.
Variety, etc.
Build some pen. They have a lot of pen items now. A lot of unique actives and passives. It's really interesting, honestly. Can't wait to like build test.
Now, let me see if I can, because you know, like these chats are usually kind of weird because it's one of those things that like, hey, there's a lot that we can't say. Sometimes there's some things that we shouldn't say based off of our experience. You know what I mean? So, looking at Predecessor, let me ask you this. Let's say there's one shit that you would change right now. What would it be?
Man.
Damn, bro. I didn't mean to stump you. My bad.
I just want a little bigger map. I don't know. Something's a little off.
Yeah.
You know? It is brawly. I'm hoping that'll change a little bit when the player base gets some matchmaking, but overall it feels like you just group up for bang, blow each other up, reset, do it again until you get prime.
So I would say that's more along the lines of, so you want more consequences is what I'm hearing. Because here's the thing, a bigger map means longer rotations.
Yeah,
essentially. Longer rotations means that you want more consequence. Like, hey, if you rotate, pay for it. Like, you know, like if some shit happens, if you're rotating for an objective or if you're rotating just to group up and take mid, etc. Like it either takes you some time and that time has to be worth your while, or it's kind of pointless. Because the thing is, the game's movement speed is pretty fast and the map is pretty average size, to be honest, especially compared to that original one that they had. So it really is one of those things that you can get from point A to point B rather quickly. You get me?
Yeah.
Like,
so like if mid rotates right to dual lane and you don't follow, all right, so that's already lost. And by the time you rotate there, you lost. What's your options? Push the tower. You're not going to get the tower. Maybe you go in their jungle left side and steal them, or you can gank left. That's what you get.
Yeah.
But you don't get punished for staying. Like if he runs out, he doesn't get punished for leaving lane. He's going to get a double kill on his team, and nothing's going to get punished mid lane. He might get like a couple hits on the tower, but nothing worthwhile.
Interesting chat I actually was having with my little brother Latin and Meeks, actually, was the fact that in League of Legends, let's say you're top or you're mid, right? If you rotate to one of the side lanes and don't get an effective gank, or you don't get the kill, and come back, that mid laner is now 2 levels above you. Easy.
Yeah. 300 gold above you.
Like a
Tower
substantial
damage.
difference. Yeah.
Yeah.
Substantial difference.
Yeah.
And we noticed that in a lot of these remakes, you know, and since we're talking about Predecessor specifically, it really is one of those things that when you combine the movement speed and the map size and the lack of consequences, which has to do with gold, you know, gold and experience and all that, it comes down to just, well, you know what, you didn't like. There isn't that much of a benefit to stay and farm the lane when you can sit there and turn it into a brawler where kills matter more than minion hits.
Yeah, exactly.
That's kind of what turns
Fangs
it
up, we're
most
going
into a
for
brawler.
it.
Yeah, for real. Like, hey, we're forcing a fight here no matter what. Let's just try to win this
Dude,
shit. Offer it.
yeah.
So,
And once you get that lead, it's hard to come back.
so would you say, might it be better to give more experience in gold? Maybe?
In lane, maybe, yeah.
Because let's say the people go for Fangtooth, they get that Fangtooth, but now you're a level, you know, like 3/4 of a level behind. As soon as you get to lane, that other person, you get what I'm saying? Like, if you didn't contest.
All right, you give them 5-man Fangtooth, they're all there. You push all 3 lanes. You get 3 waves, and they lose 3 waves. And you're up the level and up 500 gold. Is that a win?
You feel me? But that's what I'm saying.
Maybe.
Like moments like that. Like, I'll be real with you. Like, if I'm playing League or any other MOBA, like, I'll be like, yo, they're all going for Baron. And I'm like, I'll be real with you. We can't contest that shit. Fuck it. Shove right.
Yeah.
Like, just shove that shit. We're taking that T2 at least. And yeah, they got Baron, but they're T2 down. So let's be real. Who won? Because we can still kind of put up a fight and stall. You get me?
Yeah.
And it's little punishes like that really do make a difference. But as far as the scaling goes and grabbing items to be able to pull off all that, it really just comes down to experience and gold.
At the most, you could probably trade a T1 for a Fang early. You know, if you're lucky.
If you're lucky, that's if you were already hitting the tower. Let's be real.
If you're solo queue duo only, so I mean, it's hard to like get your people on the same wavelength.
Straight up, bro. Like I'll be real with you. During the first alpha, I got lucky as shit because, you know, at least like some of us have that luxury that our names might actually sometimes be recognized. You feel me? And legit, like I would spam attack right. Like the people on my team either wrote back and argued with me, why not, or just straight did it. And I was like, I'll be real with you, bro. I don't care how many times I have to spam attack right. As soon as these guys finally attack right, I'm a happy guy. So they're ping, 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 ping. But I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Did you get a chance to play jungle?
Nah. I played Steel support, Bellica mid, and then I played Murdock because everyone else played Sparrow. And Sparrow's OP. She was actually very strong. I felt a little underwhelming as Murdock, but I got a couple snipe secures, you know. That's what Murdock does.
I mean, it could honestly just be the fact that, you know how Murdock's ult is usually true damage, and Sparrow's ult is based off of her power scaling. So maybe that's why she felt a little stronger. Because I noticed on a lot of the heroes, I don't know if you noticed, but a lot of these heroes have like almost like 1-to-1 scaling on a lot of their abilities.
That's another thing is I probably built wrong too. I was just testing out the storm static shiv, and then the fire cannon, which is
the storm static shiv
as well. The range. So I tried out 2 new items that gave attack speed and crit, and then like a bonus, zap
bonus effect on
top of damage. But I mean, I was critting probably maybe for 400s. If I probably built full crit and damage, I'd probably be critting for like 700. Probably a different style. But those items are better on Sparrow than they are Murdock, I think. Because she's like AoE hitting everybody, stacking up and zapping. She scales with attack speed better than Murdock does.
So, do you think that whenever people are going to get a chance to play this game this weekend, do you think it's going to be a very user-friendly experience?
Oh, absolutely. Right away when you go in to recommend it, I was trying to find out like support items. So I went to all right away, and that was crazy. So I went back to recommended again.
He said, "Hey, oh no."
I clicked that shit, and
Oh shit.
and it went good. You know, the support items felt like they were good. I talked to Britick too, and all the jungle items he played, they felt like they were designated for junglers or off lane, like they knew what you wanted to do. And they were items that like they almost handpicked, said, "Hey, these are good for these heroes. You should try them out and see if you like them." It wasn't just like random items thrown in there.
Yeah,
which is different from most MOBAs.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's the core build of, you know, ADCs build IE, you know, build crit damage. But overall, it felt like they had some nice utility in there. They had some nice tank items for the jungler, some nice brawler items for the jungler. They had a little bit of everything that you would like. And then even the search menu was really well. If you went to all items, and on the left, if you click
the filters and all that
damage, it filtered everything that would do attack. The filter is very nice. The UI overall is very clean.
How'd you feel about the art of the items?
It was all right. It's nothing.
I was like,
crazy.
Because they said it's placeholder, right? So it's nothing like, at least as far as they've claimed, like it's nothing that's going to be like too permanent when it comes down to it. But I've heard some people say like, yo, they really like the art. Other people have been like, yo, it just looks a little bit too cartoony compared to the rest of the world.
It wasn't amazing, but it wasn't bad. Like it's nice, you know. It was there. I knew it was what. You know, a couple more games, I'll figure out. Hey, that's that. You know, it'll only take a few.
Yeah, just to start memorizing the items and stuff like that.
It's not like Fault. When I first started Fault, everything was red.
I feel that
stuff was rough. It ain't gonna start out like that, which is nice.
Bruh, I was about to say, I'll be real with you. If it wasn't for the fact that I spent a lot of time playing Fault, I could easily see how it could be overwhelming when they're all the same and you have to go based off of names. You get me?
Yeah, if you like play 3 games a day and then, you know, stop and then play another 3 games like 5 days later, it's like starting brand new again on an item system. Like you don't know what's what.
No, you're right. You're right. You definitely got to have a build video up or some shit like that just on the side and be like, "Ooh, which one do I build?"
Yeah, so for real.
Let me ask you, do you think that Predecessor taking their times with the closed alpha and everything, because we both know the game runs just fine. The game plays well. It's smooth. It was even smooth last closed alpha. Do you think them sticking to closed alpha in small periods of testing is the way to go? Do you think they should keep doing that? Do you think, considering what they have, should they open it up more?
I mean, I would like to see maybe this be the last closed alpha and then maybe go into open alpha weekends to where anyone could come in and play and see how they like the game.
True.
You know, they don't have to release the game, but maybe get like
less restriction, but still I got you.
Of everyone that wants to try it out instead of, you know, selecting a few. I mean, it seems like just selecting a lot this time around. But I think maybe that's the step. The next step is to have an open alpha.
That doesn't sound bad, to be honest. It's pretty decent.
Yeah.
Like just because you like to have, like you said, people get to come in, people get to try the game. You get a wide variety of, you know, inputs, ideas, etc. But you're still not fully releasing the game, and it's almost like you're testing your own limits just for a weekend.
Yeah, absolutely. Just like a server limit test, all that stuff.
Now, at what point do you think that they should actually move on towards either early access release or anything like that, to where anybody can get in at any time, whether it's paid for or not paid for?
That's honestly on them. You know, they got to focus on what they're got to do. You know, if they're creating new heroes, balancing the map. You know, you never want to release too early. I think like Fault did that a little too early.
Yeah, they kind of paid the price a little bit, because I think one of the downfalls on that side was the fact that the average person got in, quite frankly, just expecting a finished result. You get me?
Yeah.
Like, even if they got a key for free and all that shit, like, people played it and they were like, I'm not vibing it. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or this ain't ready for me yet. And it's one of those things that... No, go ahead. You look like you're dying to say something.
No, they definitely did it way too early. Like, that Artem,
damn, bro, you good? You
Item
okay?
art alone, bro. Item art alone, like, just like turn people off, and even like the favor, you know, to a new player that doesn't know a MOBA or any kind of thing, like even a favor would be a little much for people. Choosing your aspect, even though I do like that, it's just like there was no tutorial to lean you. Yeah, it was intimidating. You didn't know what to pick. There's no like tutorial at the time. They released the game without a tutorial. Predecessor already had a tutorial.
I was about to say, so like, are some of those changes things that you would recommend Predecessor? Be like, hey, you know what? Have a tutorial ready. Have all this ready. Because you know, we'd be dumb to say, like, we'd be very foolish to say that they're not watching closely and learning from false mistakes.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure that's a guaranteed at this point, right? But I definitely would say that I don't know, like, one thing that's been lacking in general for me, like, from these companies, and this might be on purpose on the side of Predecessor because they are keeping everything like very close, you know, keeping the cards close to their chest, is the fact that you don't necessarily see like a marketing push from Predecessor. Have you noticed that? Like, you don't really see them post. You don't really see them, like, hell, even the Twitch, like, we're going live and showing you what we're working on. You don't really see that much anymore. Why do you think that is?
They went underground. They were working hard on those items, I guess. It was a lot of items, bro. It was a lot of items.
Right, but like, while we talk here, let me just point this out. So, do you remember when those items were first teased? Like the Stormbreaker like one that you were talking about?
4 weeks ago?
No, bro. Stormbreaker was teased exactly 2 months ago on the 22nd of August.
Yeah. They went silent, bro. I was wondering.
Bro, I got to test Stormbreaker like the week after. And it was one of those things that we didn't hear from them. Like, I don't know where the hell they are. Like, you know, I might have seen Smokey here and there lurking on Twitch. But besides that, it was like, like, and I gotta say, like, I'm excited that they're adding these items because it was something that was incredibly needed, especially for the higher tier player. Because the first alpha, it was honestly almost just a little bit too mundane to only have like 20 total items.
Yeah.
Like, I would see tanks, supports, and ADCs all have like the same 1 or 2 items, and I'm like,
straight up trash, bro, trash. It was fun. It was fun to play.
No, it was fun for sure, and it was smooth, and that was like the claim to fame the Predecessor had on his side. How smooth everything ran. No, like, there wasn't any clunkiness. It was just buttery smooth.
I did have some clunkiness this time around.
Okay.
I tried those new boots that are like blink shot, where you kill somebody and they go. Well, I was gliding like Mario from Mario 2 or whatever, when he gets when you play Peach or whatever.
Okay, so you know what? Let's actually talk about that, because we all know that balance and quality and all that is easier to maintain and control at a smaller scale. Like, right, if you got 3 employees, that's easy to manage. But as soon as you got 100 employees, some things might slip through the cracks as far as quality control. Does that make sense when I put it that way?
Man, you better put it like those: one guy on this thing, one guy on this thing, one guy on this thing,
right?
And then make him sign that stuff. Like I did. But
how many people do you know that got that one fucking job? It can't even do that one job. Let's be honest. How many people How many times have you been to McDonald's and your order's still fucked up, bro? Let's think about it.
I don't go to McDonald's.
Oh, goddamn, really? Like, all right, that's a different conversation. But no, like, you get me, like, and it's one of those things that adding these 100 items is almost ambitious to have 100 items in 2.5 months. Like, quite frankly, I don't think 2.5 months is enough time to add, to come up with it, implement it, test it, and have it all run smooth. And
Yeah.
time will
Coming up
tell.
with it came a lot from, they stole some from, not stole, they took some ideas from Paragon, they took some ideas from Smite,
Like League of
took some ideas
Legends,
from
like
League.
Stormbreaker, stuff like that.
Like, I could rename all the names on the items to something else that I could recognize.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like, you said Static Shiv, and you're totally right. That is Static Shiv. You're not wrong.
They got Guardian's Angel, all that stuff. So I mean, you didn't really have to like come up with too much. You just had to like balance and tweak it for their own game, and then implement it and see how it runs, and see how, like, if anything's broken.
Now I noticed that they also changed stuff on the optimization side, right? Because I quite honestly feel like adding all these effects on the screens is more than likely going to put more wear on systems. Do you get me?
Yeah.
So it makes sense to kind of counteract that a little bit with optimizing the map for better frames and stuff like that. But I gotta say, man, like, just because of some of the mistakes that I've seen other companies do, and like some of those telltale signs, like, I would tell Predecessor straight up, like, hey, just take it slow. I'll be honest with you, man, even if it takes you a whole nother year or two to come out with this project, just keep the community updated, have weekends here and there, do what you got to do.
That's number one, bro. You gotta let us know. Let us know what's going on. That's what I want to know. Just, hey, we're working on this. They don't even have to tell us like when it's coming. Just be like, yo, this is what we're working on next. If they're working on Kalari next, just say, hey, we're working on it, bro. We're working on Kalari next. Just say it.
Just soon.
You don't have
soon,
to
soon.
hide it. Yeah, you just tell us it's not going to be in. Give it a month, give it 2 months, but we're working on it.
Dude, I thought it was funny as shit. Yeah, I thought it was funny as shit that on October 15th, their message started with, the soon day is here. Because literally, for like 3 months, all they were like, soon. When's the next alpha? Soon.
No, you don't have to say soon. That's the biggest thing. Don't say soon. Say, hey, we're working on it. It's taking some time. And we don't know if it's going to be a month, 2 months.
I think people will be more receptive with bad news as long as people are straight up. But then again, at the same time, like, I'm not going to come to you, Sneaks, and be like, hey, Sneaks, I'll be real with you. That thing that I promise you, it's not going to come as promised, or it might take me another 2 months. I'm sorry on that. Because then you're just going to look like,
just give us
like
an
untrusting,
ETA, but it's not
or something like that.
Like, I rather hear a number, not soon. No, tell me we're working hard on it, and it's gonna be a couple months, or maybe it will be soon, within a week or two.
Bro, I honestly think they should just go by seasons. You feel me? Like, if they tell you, hey, we're planning on having the item system finished by summer. That shit's 8 months away. You feel me?
That hurts.
I mean, but I'll be honest with you. When you think about it, and you're like, hey, if they're planning on doing this by summer, and let's say they finish by April, aren't they going to be knights in shining armor? You get what I'm saying there? You get what I'm saying? Like, people are like, oh, no, I still got to wait 2 months for Predecessor, and then, bam, next week, early access. People are like, oh, shit! Oh, yo! Start sharing the news, hype, etc.
All they gotta do is say, whatever the ETA is, just double it.
Yes, give themselves some save time, straight up.
Yeah, and if they can't do it within that time, then we get to be mad.
I mean, but I think that's something that Meta Studios has been keeping a close eye on as far as other projects that are being developed around them. And I think that they're honestly trying their hardest to not give solid numbers. And I think that's why they're keeping with the whole soon. Because, I mean, quite frankly, it's one of those things that it's like, hey, let's say you and I are planning a project. We're hoping by December it'll be done. 2 months. Be like, all right, bet. So we'll put April. Or we'll put February just to be on the safe side. And then we say February, next thing you know, December, hiccups happen. All right, well, shit, now we're in January. We still got about a month and a half. All right. Oh, well, you know what? That guy just quit. Now we got to find somebody that not only understands what's, you get what I'm saying? Like, it's one of those things that anything that can go wrong probably will. You feel me? So then at that point, do you want to say a date? Or is it just like, I'm going to be real with you? Soon. Like,
Nah, be like, we don't know yet. We just don't know. I don't want to hear soon. Soon.
damn. So,
is, like, what,
so you rather them say we don't know?
yeah, we're working on it, but we don't know when we're gonna be able to do it. Because
I mean, bro, we're working on it is the same thing as soon.
And I mean,
when can I play again? We're working on it.
Soon to me is 3 weeks or less.
Get the fuck out of here, for real?
Yeah.
Man.
That's being generous. Soon's like a week, 2 weeks.
For somebody that loves cars and has had cars worked on the whole time, soon could be within the next 6 months for me. Like if you ask a mechanic, it's like, hey man, when's the car getting done with that? Or hey man, when's that paint job gonna be finished? Soon. All right, we gonna have to wait. Are you still with me? Because it looks like the camera froze. Oh, I think we lost him. I'm gonna be real with you, Sneaks. I don't know if you can hear me, but your frozen camera, you fucking pose for that shit, bro. Hold on.
Oh, and he's back.
No, bro. I was gonna say, I was like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't know if I noticed it froze, but I was like, hey, you kind of posed when you froze. Yeah, like you were like, and then freeze. I was like, oh hell no. All right, but what's the last thing you heard? I don't know.
Something about a car, I think you said.
Oh no. Yeah, because like I'm super into cars, and I'm always getting car work done, right? Whether it be paint job, body work, like I'm like, hey, you know what? I need you to install this on my car for me because I don't have the tools for it, whatever. And for me, hearing soon, I'm like, all right, so I'm gonna see my car within the next 6 months. Like,
oh shit.
Like if I'm like, hey, all right, so I want a paint job done. Bet. When's it gonna be ready? Soon. Unless I get a day, I already know. I'm like, yo, this motherfucker's yanking my chain. He's gonna take weeks, months.
Well, the car is different. When they say soon, it's like a month. For me, anyway.
See, but that's what I'm saying. Like,
I'll get it done when I got time, you know, and then it'll be like a month.
Well, but that's the thing. Soon is, like, we'll see. It's coming. It's at my own pace. There is no set actual time frame for it. Is what I'm getting to. And that applies to video games, any sort of work. As hell, if you got painters that are gonna paint your house and they're like, we'll get it done soon. I'll let you know. I was like, puta.
No, I'm done with soon.
What?
I'm done with soon.
So you rather hear working on it, even if they're working on it for 6 months?
Yeah, I'd rather say they're gonna be working on it for a while. Honestly.
Okay. Now,
like when they said we're gonna have another alpha test soon, that felt like it was gonna be next week or the week after to me. Like they could have just said, "Hey, it's gonna be next month or two."
In a few months.
Oh yeah, it was hurting waiting. I was over here like fucking.
I'm so done. He said, "I got that itch." I fucking can't.
Waiting on playing Fall in and out, man.
So, God, man, it's just. Let's talk about this. How impactful do you think this weekend is going to be for them specifically?
I think it's gonna be huge. Actually, showing people's opinions. There's a lot more people going to be playing overall.
Think so?
Yeah. It seems like they gave out a lot more keys than they previously have. So hopefully a lot of new players get in there and get that played Fall and can
differentiate.
See how different this game does feel. This game does not feel like anything like Fall. Not one bit. It has its own element of of Paragon. It kind of feels like a mini Paragon to me, personally.
See, that's something I tell a lot of people too. Like, and I'm sure you get the shit all the time. It's like, hey, yo, Sneaks, which one do you prefer? And I'm just like, yo, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Like, they're like totally different games. Like, I can tell you, you ask me a question, I'll answer it. But as far as preference, like, yo, I might like some shit that you don't like. To be real with you, that's just the
Like,
nature of the beast. Like what? Like
I
what?
feel like coming off of work, I want to enjoy like 3-4 games coming off a hard day of work. I'm gonna jump on Predecessor. I don't want to be try harding, messing with all this stuff, all these other mechanics that Vault has at the moment. I just want to go in, shoot some shit, and have some fun.
I got you. So you'd say it's a little bit more like on the casual side, like tailored to the more casual player, maybe.
A little more easier, less thought process goes into thinking of where
Like
you have to
more
be on
simplistic.
the map. Yeah, a little more simple, for sure. Where I'm still going to be playing Vault.
Yeah, for sure.
On different days, when I'm down, sit down, ready to grind some games out.
He said, "When I'm trying to flex, you know where to find me."
I can flex on Brad pretty well, just showing up.
I'm so done with you, bro. Be quiet. But no, you know what? Like, that's a good point, because that was pretty obvious the first weekend how Predecessor, it was, not only just with the items, but in general. It was simplistic. It showed you how to update your abilities. Everything was just very simple, which I feel like a lot of people perceived it better because they were able to focus more on the game and how it looked, how it felt, instead of having to sit there and be like, I don't know these items. I don't understand what I'm doing. What is it? What is this favor system? So I get what you're saying.
No tips came up on with favor. Whenever you got favor, it tells you to use it, but it doesn't tell you what it does. You grab red buff or black buff on Predecessor, it pops up on your screen. Hey, you're gonna do extra damage.
Exactly.
Gives you a timer on the left of what it does and stuff like that. It's right there in your face. That's the clean UI.
Now, do you think Predecessor should stay with a more simplistic approach in general, or do you think they should down the road add more complex mechanics? Because let's be honest, when it comes down to at least a competitive scene or higher skilled players, unless you got that edge or that, how do I want to put this? Unless you got that mechanic that separates the skill gap in there, or add more of those, the average competitive player probably won't find it worth their time. You get what I'm saying? Like, because like you said, like, there's days where sometimes we're like, yo, we're just squat up with the boys, let's flex. Like, we're gonna try and win everything. And if we lose, goddamn it, we're gonna be pissed as fuck. You get me?
That's my fault day. That's my fault day. And then when I come off of work and I'm hurting,
he said if I'm hurting, if I gotta order some pizza, you know where I'm gonna be. I'm just saying. Yeah, I want to order some pizza so bad right now, bro. But
I would.
So what do you think they should do?
Like to see Pred. Like right now, Pred I think's in a good spot of.
I think for the stage of where they're at, yeah.
Bringing in players, focus on retaining players, and then if growth starts to come, move into the more competitive side. See what they could do to balance the map or heroes and try to make it a little more competitive. But I would
caution them to do it slowly.
Yeah,
if they do.
For now, stick with what they got and work on what they got, and then they can eventually make a new map in the background and shit like that.
And then just have a separate ranked mode, so to speak,
Yeah.
But now, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know how you feel about this side. I'm almost, like, the word I want to use is conflicted, right? Because at this point, like, of course, I support Predecessor, I support Fall or Overpower, I support all of them, right? But I'm almost at a stage where I know if I feel this way, there's probably a million casual players out there feeling this way, that I don't really know what I want out of any of these games because they're all so different. You feel me?
Yeah, I almost want a new mobile altogether with new heroes and new abilities.
At this point, they might as well, to be real with you.
Right.
And now, this is one thing I've said from the beginning. I've told Smokey this. I've told Omni. Now I'm talking about. I've told every single developer. Hell, even Rocket Mania over at Overprime. I've told this. Like it's one of those things that I think the downfall of these games are going to be the fact that they are Paragon remakes. Because as long as they're Paragon remakes, they're going to be compared to Paragon. You're going to have people coming in and be like, this isn't my Twin Blast. You're going to have people coming in, oh, well, does it have like the card system or does it have the monolith system? You get me?
How about this? The first person to make a brand new hero with its own abilities. Let's see that happen. Let's see that happen.
I told all of them, you guys need to do that before you finish the Paragon list.
Exactly. Like next
up, I told them,
build them from the ground up.
I think that would be the biggest form of flex possible.
Yeah, that'd light a fire under the game.
Yeah, because the issue is everybody knows as long as they got epic content, they can continue to push out content and just kind of create their own little things on the side. But we don't know the true future of the game until we see what they are fully capable of. And until we see a actually created character on their own map with their own assets, you get what I'm saying? Until we truly see that, we're everybody, and I mean everybody, all of us are literally just going to look at these projects and be like, maybe. It might work.
I also recommended instead of raptor, like a big spider or something, change it up. Big ass dragon. Like why are we using the same
I think it's
artwork?
I think it's more convenience. Yeah.
It's convenience, yeah, but like that's one thing. Change it up. Why use every single thing from Paragon? Every single thing.
True. And I think they're doing that because they want to draw in the Paragon audience. Be like, we still got Fangtooth. We still got Orb Prime. But I'll be real with you, bro. I don't give a fuck if they make a Donkey Kong looking guy over in the corner and now Prime is legit just a whole nother creature. But does the exact same abilities, the exact same animations. It just looks different. Like, hell, you could call it a Prime skin and just permanently change it.
Reskin, yeah. A reskin.
You feel me? It's doable. You're not wrong. It's 100% doable. But
I'm tired of seeing Dragon from Legacy, bro. Years now, 5 years plus. You know.
Yo, you're not fucking wrong, bro. Whenever that black buff was there, bro.
Yeah, bro. That's what
you're not fucking wrong. But
forever.
I'm gonna call them out. Like, I honestly think they probably want to make changes like that, but they're afraid from the community backlash. I think they're afraid that if they change too many things about Paragon, all those Paragon fans will be like, this isn't my Paragon. I'm leaving, you know?
I don't know, man. I think everyone's ready for something new.
I think they should just rip off the fucking Band-Aid. Like, just straight up be like, hey, I'm sorry. This is the Paragon that you were hoping for, but this is the Paragon that we're going to give you. Put some Dark Knight bullshit on them. Feel me? This isn't what this is
doing, though, right? They want to make their own game.
Yes, but even with the name Predecessor in its own, it's basically what comes after Paragon.
Yeah.
You get me? Or technically what comes before Paragon, not after, but Predecessor means before, right? But
I'm with you on the after.
but essentially, yeah, but essentially that's what they wanted out of this game. They're like, hey, this isn't Paragon. This is what Paragon is like after it was abandoned and picked up. That's their whole general like approach to it. Like, things are different, but they're different because they think we make sense. But they've been trying to still stay true to Paragon to a certain extent, as a lot of these remakes have been, right? Now, God, man, I really want them to change some shit up, bro. I really want them to change some shit up. I'm telling you.
They gotta mix it up, bro. This shit's getting stale after 5 years.
No, but I
Like,
mean, okay,
they've
so
been there, done that.
if we're talking about 5 years, like let's say 2025, like yeah, by then, hell, they'll probably be bored. So like, you know what? Let's make a new map. Let's do this. But my issue is, I don't know if they can make it to 5 years without showing more originality. You know what I'm saying there?
I thought, I don't know, bro. I'm talking like 5 years from Paragon. All this stuff is just being rehashed, you know, like all rehashed.
Oh no, okay, I get you. You're talking about like 5 years,
bro.
5 years from the time that we saw this raptor, and this raptor's still around. It's not even a different color.
Yeah. It's just blowing up bigger, you know, double the size.
Which even at that point, that was already done in Monolith. So that's not even a new thing.
Yeah.
You follow?
Take Iggy and Scorch's fucking thing, blow him up. You know,
True.
Breathe fire, bro.
Brad, turn these some of these jungle camps into raptors. Just put like 5 little mini raptors chasing you around and shit. Like there's a lot that they could do.
That's next. That has to be next too, coming up, right? Like instead of these little white mobs that you're killing, you know, like a set of turtles, you know, wolves.
Said it. So that's more like League of Legends, and I do agree that there should be a differentiation in the jungle, because that is basically what the term is, jungle pathing, depending on your jungler, right?
Yeah,
but if all the jungle camps are the same, it doesn't matter who the fuck you pick. It's the same path every single fucking time. There's no real skill behind it. As long as you know the pathing, you're Gucci. Figure that shit out. But again, they start doing that, they'll be more unique. But then every single Paragon diehard is gonna be like, yo, they're fucking up with my jungle, bro. My jungle, I'm used to these little beef motherfuckers in the jungle, right? One of them with an axe and bullshit. This isn't the jungle that I like. They're fucking it up. So then it's gonna come down to a choice. Who are they going to please?
That's a slow transition into, you know, more competitive gameplay. And that's a slow transition into it.
You know what they could probably do to make it slow? And I don't know if, like, just to kind of like ease people into it. What if they actually just introduce one camp every couple months? You feel me? And then slowly but surely get rid of all the old boring camps.
Oh, don't worry, it's only gonna be one camp at a time.
Well, but that's the thing, you don't know. Like, you feel me? Like with a lot of these remakes, it's like they easily go from, hey, maybe we should change this. The fuck it, we're changing all of them. I like it. And then that's where a lot of that backlash comes out of. You feel me? But like, even just changing one camp, they could probably gauge the community and be like, hey, you know what? The community really likes these changes. Or I don't know why, but these motherfuckers really love these white minions and they don't want them to change.
They just need to get us in there to test it. That's it. Let's get some opinions in the game, you know?
I think your idea of the open weekend, I'm kind of shocked that this weekend isn't an open weekend.
It almost is. They gave it so many keys.
I mean, yeah, but like all the previous keys plus more keys, so I get it.
Yeah.
But it's just like, why don't they just open it up for the weekend at this point?
Yeah, just
like
next weekend. Maybe next weekend.
Yeah, but at that point, soon. That's what I'm saying. You're going back to soon, Sneaky. That's what I'm saying. No, but you're literally with that mindset, you're going back to the soon. Maybe next weekend, or we'll see. But then
I'm hoping.
See, but then the question is, why not? You feel me? Like
maybe the servers can't handle it.
Maybe, or maybe they're trying to, because you know how like when Fault Early Access came out, there was a lot of things that happened all at once. Maybe they're trying to avoid something like that and trying to just slowly, incrementally test more and more and more and more. But do you think the weight is hurting? Hold on, what are you gonna say?
They added all chat, bro. I love it.
I can't with you, Brian. He said I get to talk to him. Now that I'll be real with you. I don't mind it. It's actually kind of cool to have all chat. But
You
it
can
is
mute it probably. You can mute it.
well, I was about to say it's definitely one of those things that toxicity. Because let's be honest, how many people actually mute the chat? Or how many people mute other people? Or how many people just sit there and argue the entire fucking match?
Well, 1 out of 10.
Which one? I
Let's
just
say
gave
1
like
out of
3 examples. Hold on. Which one are you talking about? 1 out of 10 what?
How many people? Like 1 out of 10
Actually
in a
mute?
game. In a game. If it's a toxic game, I bet you 1 out of 10 would mute somebody.
I could see that. I wouldn't disagree with that. But that just means 9 out of 10 sit there and either feed into the negativity and then they get salty as shit and don't want to play the game. Or they make it worse. You know what I mean? Because I'll be real with you. It takes every ounce of like willpower in me. As soon as somebody talks some shit to me, like, you know, being a content creator, trying to be, you know, like an influencer, you know, trying to rep the Bronze Army and shit. It's just like, I know he did not just blame me for that shit. Hold on, bro.
I played the reverse card, bro. I'm like, oh, that was my bad. I'm very sorry about that, bro. Like, oh, don't worry about it. You're doing good.
Bro, I promise you, there was a game where I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna take the blame for everything and be like, oh, my bad, I didn't get there soon enough. Or I missed a stun. I'm sorry. Right? Somebody tagged me in the Strange Matter Studios Discord, and they were like, yo, is Windu the same person as WinduTheMace? And they're like, yeah, why? I don't think he's a good support. I was like, yo, that's so flawed. Oh, I mean, I didn't say anything back, but I was like, yo, now somebody thinks I'm shit. Oh, well, fuck it.
It wasn't that game you built 5 SOSs, was it?
Oh, hey. Let's square
the past.
No, bro, I still do stupid shit like that, bro. I still do stupid shit like that. Just fucking around. But
absolutely.
I'll tell you this. I'm very hopeful for this weekend. I really am. I do think that this weekend's going to be crucial for 1 or 2 reasons. 1, comparison. 2, I swear it's either an incredible coincidence or Omega Studios is scheduling their closed weekends on the exact same weekend releases as other games. Because you got King's Hunt. King's Hunt is this weekend too, bro. The closed alpha weekend for King's Hunt is this weekend from noon Friday, same as Predecessor, to midnight Sunday, same as Predecessor.
Well, I'll be playing up 3 days straight then.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm legit. I'm about to know life this weekend. But that's what I'm saying. Like, you literally, like, I look at that, and then I look at the first weekend. It was on the right at the exact same like, it was like a week before, and I'm like, ooh, they're trying to be clever. And then they say we're gonna have another weekend, the same exact weekend release as fall. I was like, oof, they're fucking laying down the hammer. They're like, hey, we're here to play. You get me? And now I see them do this with King's Hunter around the corner. Or I thought they were gonna do it every weekend too, and they're like, we're stopping now. And it's like, god damn. So it was clever, and I don't even know if they know King's Hunt exists. To be honest.
Yeah, I didn't know either, bro. I saw it on Brain Freeze's stream, and then I saw you post up a link.
Yeah, bro.
It looks good.
It's got a huge potential, but
is it free to play to get in this alpha, or do you gotta get a key?
On the closed alpha weekend, it's just like Predecessor. You gotta get a key.
Oh man, all right.
I mean, bro, I literally just gave away like 20 keys on stream.
You post a link in Discord to where I can sign up for a key.
I got you. But no. So I think it's interesting of how they're approaching, and the act, just their choices, man. Like, I don't want to get too much into King's Hunt, right? Just because this is kind of more on the Predecessor side. But I'll tell you this. Predecessor will directly be affecting King's Hunt and vice versa, because you can't have a 3D mobile-like game without people knowing about it much. And the thing is, I see one doing a lot more advertisement and generating hype with IGN and this and that, and I see Predecessor sticking to the Discord. Like, Predecessor's website is legit just a sign-up page. That's it. So they don't even have a full website. You get me? So
It's always been like that, though. Every
yeah,
Paragon
yeah.
remake has no flame behind the advertisement.
But it's because they're trying to tailor to the Paragon players, and you need a lot less advertisement whenever the hype builds itself, because it's another Paragon remake. Paragon 2.0. Oh my god, I get to play Seraph, I get to play Kalari. Yo, where's my homie Zinx? Where's Crunch? You get me? Nobody likes Zinx, let's be real. But
Yeah, dude, definitely about that.
but I almost kind of want to go back to, it's lazy. Like it's one of those things that, hey, let's not put our resources there. Let's focus over here, because that part is almost being done for us. But whenever
They're trying to get it done through us, honestly.
I mean, yeah, but you get what I'm saying. Like I almost want them to advertise a little more. I almost want them to, even if it's just the weekend, like hell, like this weekend here, it was announced on the 15th, a week ago, right? Yeah, 15th. Exactly a week ago, it was announced. Why just a week ago? How many people still don't even know that the Predecessor Alpha is this weekend? How many people,
Right?
like, how many people are legit just, they know because of a content creator seeing it on a video, make them make a video on YouTube? How many people don't keep up with the Discord and were never notified? How many people got an email for a key? Yeah, like, but I'm saying, like, why isn't there a little bit more? Like, if they're really trying to test these servers, if they're really trying to send keys, and you know how it is, like, if they don't have enough people, they'll send more keys, no problem. But why not make a little bit bigger deal of the weekend, because it is just the weekend? Why not build on that? You get me? Like, I see it as a missed opportunity, because they could generate even more hype and then be like, we'll give you some more later. Like, oh fuck, no.
That's what they brought us in for that play testing, to build hype.
True.
That's what it was, to build hype this week. And it would have been nice to do it last week, so we had time to.
That's what I'm saying. Like,
yeah,
imagine if we could have recorded footage for an entire week, not just a couple hours, an entire week, and then we have an entire month to build up hype to the 1st of to the, like, the 3rd of November or whatever the hell, right? Like, just picking a random day. Imagine the amount of hype, the amount of people that we could have gone in, the amount of good press that could have been created for the game, just with a few extra weeks. Hell, even just one full week, how much of a difference it could have made.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
you got to test the Stormbringer, right? Like, you need to post no content on that.
No, dude, I got to test that shit back in, I want to say it was either the end of August or the first week of September. And they told me no recording, no nothing, which I get it, you know, NDA, they're working on it behind the scenes and whatnot. And then I hit up their community manager multiple times, and I'm like, yo, do you have any videos that I could use to build up hype? Do you have any, like, new things? Hell, even just a picture for me to show? And you know what I got? Soon TM. Like, you get me? Like, I'm like, yo, like, I'm literally...
That gotta be a banned word, bro. That gotta be a banned word.
Right? Like, I'm recycling old footage at this point until we go. It was one of those things that I was just like, man, like, I just wish, even if they let me just record a match, I'll send it to you. If you like everything you see, bet, let me work with it. And, like, and let content creators do that for like a week in advance, or more longer than, instead of just a week. I think that was another missed opportunity that hopefully they can fix that towards down the road. But if anything, bro,
my first day to work with it.
I'm saying
the last 2 days, you know, and then this is my first day. I just clipped everything up real quick, and one day to get it, and it's the day before the weekend.
That's what I'm saying. Like, you literally got, what is it right now? It's 8:30 p.m. the time we're recording this. So you literally got
15 hours.
Yeah, like, you got like 13 hours, bro. Like, hey, you better get to fucking work, Sneaks. You better pull another, do another master race, 24 hours. No, I'm not telling you to do that. I remember that fucking pain.
It starts tomorrow.
I'm so done with you. But no, so the video's already getting kind of towards the hour long. So
Okay.
I want to thank everybody that's been watching this far, because you guys know how these chats are. They're more on keeping it honest. They're more about just being real. And like, another purpose of these things, Sneaks, is the fact that like too many people forget that like we're real gamers too. You feel me? We might be known as community figures or influencers or whatever the hell, but real shit, like,
Damn, I
yo,
don't even do this, bro. Like, I'm
but
down here in the game.
he said people
Like, this
just
is my
watch me. What do you mean?
dude, my first interview, bro. I never done this stuff.
Yeah, well, get ready to do it more, bruh. No, and that's honestly something that we should do a lot more with the Bronze Army, like a lot more often too. You feel me? Because we all offer a lot of insight that not only can help the developers, but can help the viewers. And it's one of those things that we, low key, without realizing, we represent all these viewers in a way. We're a
I'm an
louder,
OG, bro.
yeah, like bro, like believe it or not, like you're a louder voice. Like if 1,000 people say something, it might get considered. If Sneaky says something's wrong, you know what? That shit's got some weight. Or if Sneaky and Windu both said y'all got to change this shit, you feel me? Like at that, like we don't. Sometimes us content creators, we don't realize it, but our influence actually carries quite a bit of weight, and that's one of the another purpose of this video, because we're being truthful not just to the community but to the developers themselves. And the feedback that they hear from this is feedback that they should hear, or maybe they've already heard, but whenever you hear it with a voice, it comes across differently. You feel me? But yeah, I mean, if anything, thank you so much for everybody watching. Let us know in the comments below if you guys have actually reached this far. First of all, did you like Sneaky's pose whenever he fucking froze? Second of all, what do you guys hope for this weekend? Because I think that's the biggest question for everybody. What do we hope this weekend will accomplish? Is it finally going to settle your mind on Predecessor being the one for you? Is it going to introduce a little bit of doubt? Was this weekend going to be the difference maker? Is it just going to be another basic weekend like the last weekend? So let me know down below what you guys think is going to happen because of this weekend. But if anything, guys, as always, till the next video.